Hello everyone, Sukinode here with another pathogenic video for you guys. It's been a little while because I wasn't really finding anything different or new really, except for the quality of life updates the developers have been making. And to the devs, if you catch this video, thank you. I I I I know I'm not the only voice giving you guys, advice on the game, or at least I assume I'm not. I hope I'm not. Because I feel like at that point the game is being tailored specifically for me, and I don't want to mess up your game because I'm giving you advice that you are happening to take it. That you happen to be taking to heart and are then tailoring the game to me, and I might have very specific tastes compared to everyone else. I think you understand what I'm trying to say. But anyway, thank you for all the quality of life updates. They did give us, for those of you who may not know, they did give us, we did get the quality of life update to where when you go to do your evolutions, you can click on the evolution, move organelles around to see where they best fit, and then you can confirm your evolution rather than you having to just evolve into it and hope everything fits the way you think it should. So that's really nice. Thank you for that. Anyway, hope you guys have been having good days, good weeks, good months. Hope you've been taking care of yourselves and being safe out there. But so I was playing around with the attractor. I was going through as normal. I'm currently in the stomach area, so I'm going around normally. I'm playing with the attractor, trying to use it, right? And it does work really well with the caustic secretors, which is great because I love this weapon. And I just got the vesicle. I got it out of the shop when I rolled. I got the vesicle and I got the recuperative mitochondria, which also really works with this build. So what I found, let's go. Oh, right. So let's go here. Nothing I want. Nothing I want. So let's go into another room and you kind of see what I see. You can kind of see what I was seeing. Yeah, this I was not expecting. This is pretty cool. Not bad at all. It's not as flashy as everything as the other builds, but not bad for homing missiles. And it seems pretty good. I feel like there's something I'm missing for it though. Like I feel like there's one other thing I'm kind of missing. I'm starting to feel like the trisome fits a lot of builds too. Oh, you son of a. I'm starting to feel like the trisome, I think also is going to end up being like, I just feel like it's going to end up being a top organelle as well. It's been in almost every build I've built. So maybe it's just that I really like it, right? I have it just meshes well with the way I like to build things. And so I don't know, but vesicle, best organelle in the game, hands down, period, done in the discussion. It is the most overpowered, broken fucking thing in this game. We've talked about this. There are no good arguments against it. The trisome, though, I think is also is going to end up being also ridiculous. I believe the recuperative mitochondria, and I think this is just me, or maybe me and a select few other people, but I think this is the best one. It's just the most consistent and reliable. Hit things 10 times, and as you upgrade it, it goes down to, I think, 9, 8, and 7. Hit something 7 times, you get your boost. Done, end of discussion. And it works on everything, bosses and in rooms. It's great, as far as I'm concerned. But the attractor is now... I thought the attractor would actually be the most effective on like slow moving landmine stuff, or like a lot of the like really high yield ordnance stuff with the big explosions. I thought that would be where it would shine, but this actually seems to just work a lot better. Though the vesicle is also, of course, this room. The vesicle also has a lot to do with it here. Just because of the way it gives you the option of, it has the chance of triggering everything twice. It's making this work a lot better. It's making this work a lot better. And this, the rare resonant cavity works really well with the recuperative mitochondria. But yeah, so I just wanted to showcase it because I was like, I was actually quite surprised by this. No, back off. Yeah, and it's pretty strong. I feel like I said, I still feel like something's missing. And I got an upgrade, which I'm going to give to the vesicle, because why wouldn't I? Oh, maybe I should have. Well, it just, yeah, all the upgrade. That's another reason why I think the recuperative is better, because the only thing that gets better, like, I don't even think its overcharge gets increased by another second. It's just that it's less hits. And with this and with the attractor, you basically guarantee that it's always going to be on. And it was never hard to get it going in the first place. I would, but there's no room for it. These can basically be broken down. Yeah, I just don't need them anymore. But yeah. So let's go ahead into our final area and see if we can find what I feel like is missing from this. Because honestly, I'm not sure. I don't think it's the elastome. The elastome might help, but I don't think it's the elastome. And I'm just not sure what I'm thinking. Because this is pretty good. So maybe I'm just missing more damage. Maybe I just want more damage. Really? Let's take this. I'll take speed. Nope, don't want that. And there is a dodge build. Maybe I should try a dodge build, because there is a argument for a dodge build. Nah, don't need that. Well, actually, because that's the one that links. Nah. No. I don't think I want that. I don't think I want that. What I actually just want is more projectile. Like, look at this. It's actually quite good. Yeah, this is actually really good. Maybe I just need more damage, or maybe I just need one other attack modifier. Like, oh, you know what? Burn would probably be... Because I don't necessarily need the rare resonant cavity. It just helps. It helps to supercharge this, but I don't necessarily need it. And I don't think the frost one is what I need. What I need is basically more damage. So yeah, I think either maybe the other, I don't really like the other galvanic because it has a percentage chance to proc itself. The galvanic weave is much better than I think the shard or whatever. It looks like a shard, but I don't know if if it's called a shard. I can't remember. This isn't necessarily needed. So, like, the burn organelle would probably be really good in that slot. And there's the elastome. We could try out the elastome. Maybe this is another one of those situations where the elastome... I do not have it right. I do not have the amount right now. And we have plenty of rooms to go through. So, let's see what else we discover. And then we'll come back and we'll play around with the elastome. Maybe the elastome will... Yeah, and they'll like curve around corners and stuff. Now, I have the attractor at legendary status, so it's 120% homing. Um, and yeah, it'll even slightly curve around corners just to hit. So, like, I always wanted to use the attractor. It just never seemed, the things I would get at the time just never seemed to work well with it, you know? But never missing is a really ridiculous power in and of itself. If you watched the Daredevil TV series, Bullseye shows just how ridiculous that ability can be. Okay, there's the starved Oxiome, which I could do just to empower everything, but then it becomes this build. We've done this build. We've done the starved Oxiome, and we've done the recuperative, right? We know how absolutely ridiculous that is. So, hold on. Blue. Okay. We'll take this, break it down for DNA. But yeah, we already know how ridiculous that is. I'm looking for builds that can be separate from each other, but also still strong. Um, and I don't know. This build may not even need a mitochondria. Maybe I just need more modifiers. Yeah, all the new enemies that have been put in that are so fucking weird. It's a good weird, but man, they're so weird. Yeah, like look how like when when you miss nothing, you put out a lot of damage. Okay, so we did get more firepower here. So we can put the minions down there, put these here. I wonder how those... Ah, there you are. Oh, okay. 43. Actually, we should have more than enough. Oh, well, that was a waste. It's just gonna give me an extra stamina container. It literally does nothing. Let's play around with the elastome. Let's see if the elastome is somehow makes this better. It could. Though it's another elastome build at that point. But then again, we're not using lasers, so the laser elastome build is just, I think, is still my favorite. It's just so good. Oh yeah, that ramped my damage up a lot, didn't it? Oh. I wasn't expecting such a expressive energetic effect. That actually did ramp things up quite a bit, didn't it? I don't need to fully restore internal slot except external. None of these are really necessary or needed right now. This gives me a chance of getting another recuperative, so let's see. Nope. So, had a shot there, but yeah. Yep. The elastome works well here. Because I don't really need the attack speed, so the elastome just makes things bounce and then recurve back onto the enemy for more damage. Yeah. But then it just becomes a variation of the elastome build at that point, right? So that's why I still say I feel like I'm missing something to make the attractor really stand out on its own. I think it's standing out fine here, but I do not want. Yeah, I do not need nor want the galvanic sack here. I've been trying to get the galvanic sack, the galvanic weave, and the galvanic shard along with the galvanic weapon. And I've been trying to get multiples of the galvanic weapon, but every time I get the galvanic weapon, I never run into another one ever. So I don't know if that is built into the game code that once you get it, you're not allowed to get more of it, because it is a really strong weapon. It might be the strongest weapon in the game. Because of how it works, not necessarily because it does more damage than like the missile launching weapons or the mines. It's because of how it works, and because of the way it works, it triggers so many things very easily. So I think it's the best weapon in the game simply because of how it works. So if you got multiples of it and could just fill your bacteria with multiples of it, it would be really ridiculous. But I also want to make a lightning emperor build where it's just nothing but the galvanic weave, shard, and the sack with all those weapons, and just run through the level shooting lightning everywhere. I do want to do that, but the game has not been accommodating. Okay, let's do. Oh no, it does increase the okay. So if you upgrade the rare recuperative mitochondria, it does make it last longer. So it lowers the amount of hits you need and makes it last longer. Once again, not actually necessary. Let's go ahead and upgrade the elastome, because I am wondering how that will affect the build when there's more than one bounce. Okay, it affects it in the same way it usually does. It affects it in the same way it usually does. So yeah, the elastome is like, it just has a lot of utility. Yeah, the elastome just has an insane amount of utility for just about everything. The toxisome. I don't have room for the toxisome, though. Not if I want to keep using the attractor, which is good. The attractor's been good. The elastome also. I would like to try... Here, hold on. There we go. I don't need that anymore. Let's see what happens with the toxisome on this, because it's homing. So let's... do I even have enough... Oh, nope, that was the last room. So it's actually boss fight time. Well, there we go. Let's see if we get anything else good. Oh, well, we have another Levant. I don't necessarily need the minions, but another Levant might not be bad. And then what I could do is put the attractor here. It will affect everything there as well, because nothing affects the attractor itself. Would it make the clouds attract toward the enemy? I wonder. Get out here. Fucking... Oh, this is not as damaging as it was. Or the shopkeep just has a shit ton of health. I can't even run into him. Okay, still got him, but we took a lot of damage for it. Okay, overcharged strength. Won't want that. Yeah, see, I'm not sure if... Would it be better to do this, maybe? Because then this is getting the attractor. These are all getting the split. And everything's getting the split at that point. Except for maybe these. Yeah, I think keeping that there. It's really difficult to use the attractor sometimes because it doesn't get linked. It can only link itself to these. These can't link themselves to it to pass through its effects. And by having the trisome here, I make sure all the weapons are getting the trisome. I've always put the vesicle here. Would it be better to put it maybe there? It doesn't need to link to this, but without this being linked to it. But if I do that, then everything's not getting the attractor. Yeah, right in the middle just seems to work the best there for the vesicle. And I could put the attractor here, but then it would be filtering through. Yeah, I don't know. I think at this point, yeah, I think the elastome is just the better option then. Yeah. This seems to be I think that's just the better option there. Yeah. Don't need any of that. Okay, on to the boss. I don't believe there was anywhere I could go to refill some more of my health. What is this? Oh, that's just that. And I doubt it would give... It's not gonna... Yeah, because it's just gonna add another stamina case, so... Okay, well, then let's go and deal with our boss. Ooh. Just clip me. Yeah. Yeah, I think it's just because the shopkeep has so much health. But no, that wasn't too bad. It wasn't as ridiculous as the other builds. And once again, I think it might be because I feel like there's something I'm just missing for this. Or I don't have these arranged in a good way, maybe. I don't know. But not bad for the attractor though. Not bad at all. So, yeah, didn't get the Oxiome. But if I was going to upgrade anything at this point, it would probably then be, yeah, the vesicle. Yep. Okay. Well, thank you guys for watching. I hope that gave you some ideas for different builds, maybe filled in a couple of gaps or pieces you were missing. Who knows? But thank you for watching. Take care of yourselves out there. Be safe. Keep having a good day, good week, good month. And hopefully I'll see you in the next video. Later.